This foosball match you're about to see will decide the winner of $5,000.
Spin? Huh? How's this? Who says no?
Bullshit, that spun like 3 times.
That's what you call a good save.
You think that was good? Let's pull it up.
It might not have gone all the way around.
It probably went 480 degrees. Should I get a, here, wait, can you pause it real quick? All right, spin number 2, right there, in 2.5. It's 100% a spin. You believe that?
That's how you want to win it?
We're letting you two.
All right, the two players agreed it was a spin. Zach was a.
If playing fair is how I want to win it, then sure.
That disagreement you just saw took place during the singles semifinal match, where Evan accused his opponent of spinning the rod over 360 degrees, an illegal move that led to Evan conceding a goal. That match is for a little bit later. Let me start by introducing myself. My name's Oren Crampton. I've almost unwillingly been submerged in the foosball world since 2020 in association with Evan Macgregor.
He's been working out.
I've been in multiple foosball tournaments, including Texas State, one of the biggest foosball tournaments in the United States, where I made my first foosball video. I followed Evan to the Thunderdome tournament in Florida, where he competed for $10,000.
How you do? Caught me in a bad lighting, but it's all good. It's, you know, foosball isn't about lighting, it's about winning, right?
Yeah. Shorty, I know what you need. I got everything you need.
Yo, Obama, dude.
I promise I ain't gonna hold out, nigga. I'm gonna give it all to you, baby. Swear to God. Bust it. Baby, if you give it to me, I'll give it to you. I know what you want.
Before we get to the tournament, let me explain what's happening in the foosball world right now. When it comes to monetization and the overall growth of foosball, the sport is in a decline as of 2023. That's why the Thunderdome tournament, a tournament where 48 players compete for a chance at $10,000, is surprising compared to most other foosball tournaments. In 2023, competing for a $10,000 prize in a foosball tournament will be considered a good prize. But imagine competing for a Porsche while playing foosball. Let me introduce you to peak foosball in the United States. Foosball became a national phenomenon in the 1970s. Major tournaments were covered by Sports Illustrated in 60 Minutes, where devoted foosers traveled across America all for the chance to get a Porsche, Corvette, or a $250,000.
Hey, go $250,000 in your face.
Well, foosball's downfall is even more rapid than its rise. The introduction of video games destroyed the youth's interest in foosball and most of the money with it. Now that we know a little bit about foosball, who is this jackass?
He's delusional.
Awesome.
Self-confident.
Determined. That's what I would say.
Oh yeah, he's definitely cocky.
Got his personal photographer following him around.
My name's Evan Macgregor, and I'm rated expert now. Describe myself in one word. Oh, I got it. A winner.
What happened to your hair?
It's track season. I'm done with foosball for a while, so I'm just locking in, you know. To me, it was kind of like a video game in real life, in the sense that it's like very fast paced, and you know, it takes good hand skills, and it also takes, you know, knowledge and just the understanding of the game. I plan on taking it as a hobby once I'm older and better at other things than foosball. If I become well off enough where I can go to tournaments when I want to, I will. If not, I'll just be playing music or running track or just be a billionaire playboy philanthropist. Well, the thing is, probably not, just because, well, it depends, because right now I've lost the motivation. I'm motivated on track, and I think I've got so many other focuses that I can't maintain all my focus on foosball, and if I want to make a career out of it, I have to be the best. And to do that, I have to be someone like Tony or Brandon or anyone else who travels to every tournament and plays every month.
So you think it's possible?
Yeah, I mean, I think I could be the best in the world if...
Like a career could come out of it?
Yeah, I think if I wanted to, absolutely.
Foosball isn't even the #1 priority for a successful up-and-coming player such as Evan. Even the money and accolades aren't enough to incentivize putting foosball before other activities, partly due to the amount of dedication foos requires, but ultimately rooting back to a shortage of eyes on the game. I thought it would be interesting to see how a distracted Evan would play in the upcoming days.
Unplug it for a second, then fucking deal with it, and then plug it back in. Fuck the monster truck. Here's Elliot.
I want to get a clip of this. All the foosers smoking darts.
Okay. You have facial hair, man. Puberty just hit you like
No, I just need to shave.
hard and fast, right? Last year. You got balls now?
The tournament started off with a Calcutta, where players have the option to buy themselves and risk losing their buy-in, or get bought and make less money if they win.
All right, starting bid on Evan is $200. Evan, do you want to buy yourself for $200? Okay, so Evan's buying himself for $200. $200 going once? Well. $200 going twice? No one wants to bet. That's $200 bucks. I'll buy Evan for $200. I got $210 on that. $375. I got $400. I want to own. I blew it last year. I want to own it all for $400 bucks. $400 to me going once.
$425.
Come on, Mark. I want to end this and start the tournament where I just run you into the ground. Because I got a black credit card in my pocket. Go.
Fucking Mark, goddammit. It's always Mark.
My name is Mark Torres. I actually am a part owner in a company called Inside Foos, and I helped support, design, and market this term. I'm a business guy. I'm kind of dabble in startups and do some startup stuff. So he needs some help, and I invested in this company with a few others, and we've created something else out of it. It's the only real foosball sports media. When I got involved with Inside Foos, because of the nature of my background, I began talking to potential advertisers to bring a lot of money into foosball. I've had discussions to bring in between $100,000 to $1 million into foosball, but those conversations have a threshold or a ceiling because of the visibility and the nature of foosball.
Mark Torres was the first major foosball figure who talked about foosball's lack of investors and sponsorships. This set the tone for the rest of the tournament, coming from someone who has first-hand experience attempting to bring money into foosball. The money involved with the Thunderdome tournament, combined with doubters of Evan's game, grabbed my attention for the days ahead.
And I want to see what Evan Macgregor can do. And I want to see if he starts moving away from the narrative that he started to believe about himself and started actually moving into the narrative that actually exists. We'll see.
Yeah. Somebody gonna die today. Somebody gonna die today. Yeah. Somebody gonna die today. Somebody gonna die today. Somebody gonna die today. A fresh is a peppermint. A green and white peppermint. Woo. The road rush from Clarkland. I pull up in pop shit. Woo. This gang not no op shit. Gang shit not no op shit. We right after the black shit. Green diamonds, my Rolex is all pissed.
My name is Patrick Jellison. I'm an expert. I'm a network engineer for federal courts. Once he hit the tour and he realized he was pretty good, I think he really started falling in love with it, you know. And he also has a lot of competitiveness anyways. You know, sometimes his overconfidence gets the best of him, but for the most part, you got to think that way to be a real winner, right? And that's the thing that players like me are lacking, that confidence, you know. We got the skill set, we can do it, you know, but we don't have the confidence to just say, you know what, no matter what this guy does to me, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
Metro!
Yeah. Drinking dope turned me to a superhero. Yeah. Hit that pill, turned me to a superhero. Yeah. Boom, my 90s turned me to a superhero. Yeah. Metro don't trust you, I'm gonna shoot you. I'm on that dope again, I'm on that flow again, switch up the flow again, yeah. Fly in the parachute, gripping that pole again, I'm on that all again, yeah.
Dominated, 10-6. I did everything better than everyone. That's the bottom line. They want an encore for tomorrow. As soon as my game, it's over. I'm in first place. I'm back, baby. The rule is back. Peace. Paparazzi.
You won, huh?
Hell yeah.
How much you win?
Oh, it's not over yet.
Oh.
That's tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you. drive home. I'll drive tomorrow morning. I want to eat this.
I drove both ways last time.
But I'll drive both ways tomorrow. Well, actually, no, that's even. Because if you drive now, then I drive both ways tomorrow, and then it's even. My head hurts. Even fuck.
Fuck you, that's why. Open your own door. Fuck.
Appreciate it, boss. Alright, today's like game 6, game 7. You know, I'm LeBron right now, walking into game 7 of the 2016 finals.
LeBron had no bitches.
Man, this is for you.
Why we greedy like wolves, Adam Eve with the fruit. Why we need new, only got 2 seats. Why we need new gold.
On the third day of the tournament, I had the opportunity to interview a foosball legend. His name is Billy Pappas, and he's widely regarded to be a top 10 foosball player ever. Pappas' take on the direction of foosball had aligned with what I had been hearing throughout the tournament, but to hear how dire foosball's situation is from a figure as important as Pappas was pivotal in my understanding of foosball.
Alright, my name is Billy Pappas. My rank, I'm still a master. I don't know what number I am though.
Let me ask you, what do you do outside of foosball? Or I guess you can play foosball as a professional.
I got lucky in poker a while ago and got 5th in the World Series of Poker main event. Not to be negative, but I think it would be hard to get foosball back to the, let's say, glory days, is because I think that video games has taken over. People just don't go outside as much. It's more about technology now. There's no arcades. Like growing up, everyone that I knew started at like an arcade or a pool hall. You just don't see them around very much anymore. Evan, I mean they're younger, so they're a little overconfident and stuff. But I haven't seen Evan play too much, unfortunately, because I haven't been playing. But he's definitely rising up the ranks really good, and he's gonna, if he keeps at it, he will be, you know, the next master for sure. Like he could compete if he keeps at it though.
But do you think it's worth his time to keep playing?
No. I know that sounds so bad. No. But he seems like he has his stuff together. He seems smart, and he does other stuff. As long as he's keeping his other stuff up to date, then it's fine. Then it just becomes, how good does he want to get?
Yeah.
And for him, if that's worth it, then that's fine. But money-wise, no, for sure not.
Just for self-enjoyment.
Exactly, yeah. And I mean, foosball, we all do it because we love the game. So if he loves it, then yeah. If he wants to become, you know, the best or compete, that's fine.
Now we're back to the game for $5,000, but now with more of an understanding of foosball. We know there are a lack of eyeballs on foosball, even with the up-and-coming young players such as Evan, Soliru, Jacob Balco, Sam DeJean, and more. But they aren't enough to bring foosball to the Olympic scale or back to its glory days, where every kid played foosball at least a little bit. Foosball isn't at the point, and may never get to the point of monetization that a major competitive sport or game has. There's a certain missing X factor, whether that's due to the game's complicated nature, difficulty seeing the ball, popularity of video games, or that it's a bar game. When Evan first introduced me to foosball in 2020, I thought it was stupid. I still think it's stupid. But I've learned to appreciate the fact that foosball isn't about the money, cars, or fame many other sports are about. Foosball is pure in the sense that the main driving force for most foosers is the foos community and the love for the game, and that is what makes foosball beautiful. Can Evan make foosball his full-time job and win a Porsche in the process? Probably not. But he can play foosball competitively and have fun while doing it with his friends. So in my eyes, that's an overall win for the game, and what foosball is all about. Evan ended up winning the match here along with the tournament and $5,000 with it. He then went on to happily enjoy a meal at Denny's with his winnings.
That's a wrap.
He's shooting for the 3rd time here for the World Championship.
Anything but composed when he beat Moore for $6,000.
Wow, my friends were real supportive and just sparked me at the end there. I thought I was going down.
Another opportunity for Billy to put away the board game. Capitals. Walking that ball around, looking for the hole to that near side. Up and doubles Kingwood. Final. Kept into the forward. Bishop passes it, drills the ball kick. Here's one game. Screen it.